Hey friends, my name is Catherine and I'm going to be making some buttons today. I've got this scrap bit of shrink plastic left over from some previous projects. So I've cut out this 2-inch circle template and I am tracing it onto the shrink plastic. If I can fit another one on there, I will. And then I am going to make some buttons with it. You could very easily lay this over a pattern and make fun shaped buttons, like shaped like flowers or shaped like other things, buttons shaped like hearts or, frogs or whatever you like. By laying it over the top, or you could do a repeated art pattern on it by laying it over a template and tracing it. That would also work really well. I'm going to do 3 different buttons, different drawn patterns anyway. And I think the first one that I want to do is going to be a bee. So let's grab a black color pencil and just kind of roughly work out a bee in real light color on here. There we go. Maybe make her body real long. There we go. And then give her some wings. And put her eyes right here. And then point up her face, because I don't know if any of you have had the opportunity to look closely at a bee's face, but they have this kind of pointed face. It's really cool. And this sort of like a dip right between the eyes. They're very interesting looking. And then they've got 6 legs. So let's see if we can't give her some legs there. And then the back ones will come back to the back because they're the ones that carry pollen and things. Back to the back. There we go. Okay, she's looking pretty all right. Let's grab a little bit of yellow and put some yellow right on her nose and maybe right there, and then across her back and there we are. That's sort of nice, I think. And then maybe some orange. Just right in with that yellow. There we are. She's coming along. And then back to the black. Give her stripes. Because most bees are sort of stripy. Well, honeybees anyway. Particularly the western honeybee, Apis mellifera. There's actually an interesting thing. There is a fly that is striped and looks very similar to the western honeybee. It's very interesting. If you have the opportunity to look it up, I encourage you to do so. It's very strange looking, to me anyway, how much they mimic honeybees. They do this, of course, to prevent predators from eating them as much. It's a defense mechanism. So if we can't color that in a little bit darker. This black's running out. I need to find a pencil sharpener eventually. There we go. And then give her like right between the eyes maybe. There we are. And then fill out her legs a little bit. Go. Just remember, guys, 6 legs good, 8 legs bad. There we are. Okay, and then for her wings, white maybe? Let's try outlining them in white and see where that takes us. And if we want, we can take it to blue, of course, which we will probably end up doing. Just from this first glance at white, I can tell that's probably where we're going to end up. But let's try it and see how it goes. Yeah, we're gonna end up taking that to blue, I can tell. Okay. Let's grab well, it's a dark blue. Let's see if we've got a lighter blue around here. Aha, there's a lighter blue. You can tell I use this one more than others. Ooh, that's a nice color. I'm liking that a lot. I don't want to fill it in because bees' wings are transparent, but I definitely also want to give it the visibility. I want you to be able to tell that there are wings there. There we go. Okay, and then I think a purple flower behind her maybe. Let's put her on a nice purple flower. She's going to be way too big for this flower. This is going to be a very small flower, relatively speaking. But we'll put her on this flower, and then we'll cut it out, and we'll shrink it down, and see how it looks. Maybe some pink in there. Make some little bit of pink in that flower. Maybe we can use the pink to pull the purple in from the edges. Might have to add more purple. We'll see how it goes. And then maybe just color the background in green. That way it's a solid color kind of thing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want more purple in there, but I think the pink's going to offset that purple nicely. Because why use one color in a place where you can use two? So let's pick up that purple and put it right back in the center of each of these flowers. Yeah, that's looking nice. At least I think so. And since I'm the one doing it, that probably counts for something. There we go, right in the center. And I think those petals might be done. So let's put a little bit of green, and it's just going to be a patchy abstract green. So put a little bit of this green, sort of around, like there-ish. And then maybe some darker green. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm doing these buttons with colored pencils. I actually, having done both marker and pencil on this shrink plastic, prefer the colored pencil on the shrink plastic. It ends up better in the end, in my opinion. Looking nicer. Whatever, however you want to say it. Aha, there we go. That's a little bit of green that I like. Let's see here. Let's fill in the rest of these empty spaces with that, and then cut it out and shrink it and see what we end up with. There we go. All right. Okay. Cut it out. Ooh, sort of circle-ish. Hopefully, kind of. And I'm hoping these colors get more intense when I shrink it. They tend to. And I would really like it if they did. But we shall see. Okay, let's set that aside. And then let's use this to position some holes. I'm going to try to remember to put the holes in the button before I shrink them. That way I don't have to try and put the holes in after I shrink them, because that is a more difficult thing to do. All right, let's position this right above here so that we end up with our holes sort of center-ish. I say sort of center-ish because I'm not being too specific about it. There we go. There's one punched. I didn't check to make the first ones were in the make sure the first ones were in the center either. And that one is, there we go. All right. Okay. Now I'm using the top of a cookie tin to shrink in today. This is just a cookie tin. I think it had, I don't even know what, something in it. And let's grab a stick to hold it down with and pull over our heat gun. And see what we see. Aha! Come on, open up. There we go. It's not quite shrunk all the way yet, but it will be in just a moment. And hopefully it will flatten out. And we should be done. Alright, that side seems a little less round, so let's just press it in a little bit. See if we can't encourage it to be rounder. Oh, that wants to stick down to my wax paper. I probably melted the wax of my wax paper a little bit, but there we have it. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if I can get it close enough for you to see. That is a little button with a bee pattern on it. It's got tiny buttonholes, and I think it's adorable. Come back tomorrow if you want to see more and different buttons being made. I'm going to make 2 others with different patterns on them. And we'll see how it goes. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!